Have you ever sat down to study for just 10 minutes and somehow found yourself scrolling Instagram, checking YouTube comments, or staring blankly at your wall? Yeah, we've all been there. Our focus is getting weaker, and it's not your fault. Your brain is constantly fighting against a world designed to steal your attention. But here's the thing. Focus is not a talent. It's a trainable skill. And in today's video, we're diving deep into the science-backed methods to rebuild your focus so you can study longer, work smarter, and finally get things done. Welcome to Physique Forge 360, where we transform your body and mind to perform at your peak. Let's forge that focus. 1. The real reason. You can't focus before we fix it. Let's understand what's happening. A study from Microsoft found that the average human attention span dropped from 12 seconds in 2000 to just 8 seconds in 2015, shorter than a goldfish. And it's not just a meme, it's neuroscience. Your brain has two attention systems: the bottom-up system, which reacts to notifications, sounds, and anything new; the top-down system, which helps you stay on one task intentionally. Modern technology constantly hijacks your bottom-up system. Every ping, every vibration, every new post, it gives your brain a tiny dopamine spike. Over time, you get addicted to distraction. So to focus better, we don't just need motivation. We need to retrain the brain's dopamine system. 2. The dopamine detox, resetting your brain. Stanford neuroscientist Dr. Andrew Huberman explains this perfectly. He says that dopamine isn't about pleasure. It's about pursuit. When you flood your brain with small rewards, like scrolling or gaming, your brain loses interest in harder, delayed tasks like studying. A dopamine detox doesn't mean you cut off all joy. It means you remove artificial dopamine sources for a few hours daily. No social media, no YouTube shorts, no unnecessary phone use. Instead, use that time to do something slightly challenging. Read, journal, walk, or study. Within a week, your baseline dopamine resets, and tasks that once felt boring now feel more engaging again. That's how you retrain your reward system to love focus. 3. The focus formula, how to create deep work sessions. Once your brain is ready, you need a system. Let's talk about what psychologist Cal Newport calls deep work. He found that people who work deeply, without distraction, for just 3 to 4 hours a day produce more than those who multitask for 10 hours. So how do you enter this state? Step 1. The 90-minute rule. Our brain naturally works in ultradian cycles, about 90 minutes of focus, followed by 15-20 minutes of rest. Set a 90-minute timer and go all in. After that, take a short break. Walk, stretch, or get sunlight. Then start another cycle. Step 2. The environment reset. Stanford's Attention Research Lab found that your environment directly controls your attention span. So before you start, clean your workspace. Keep only what you need. Use site blockers for distracting websites and keep your phone out of sight, literally. Studies show that even a phone in view reduces brain performance by 10–15%. Step 3. The focus trigger. Create a ritual, a coffee cup, a specific playlist, or even wearing a hoodie that signals work mode. Your brain loves patterns. After a few days, this trigger will automatically switch your brain into deep focus faster. 4. Nutrition. That fuels focus. You can't concentrate if your brain isn't fueled right. Your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for focus, consumes up to 20% of your total energy. So what you eat literally affects your attention. Let's look at science-backed foods for better focus. Omega-3 fatty acids, found in fish, walnuts, and flax seeds. Studies from Harvard show they improve cognitive performance and memory. Blueberries, rich in antioxidants that protect brain cells and boost mental clarity. Green tea contains L-theanine, which increases alpha brainwaves, keeping you calm yet alert. Dark chocolate. In small amounts, it boosts blood flow to the brain. Water, even mild dehydration, 1–2%, drops your focus dramatically. Also avoid heavy, oily, or sugary meals before studying. They cause insulin spikes, leading to energy crashes. Instead, aim for balanced meals with protein, complex carbs, and healthy fats. 5. The power of sleep and light. No matter how many focus hacks you try, if your sleep is off, your attention will collapse. When you sleep, your brain clears toxins and recharges neurotransmitters that regulate focus. like dopamine and acetylcholine. A study from the University of Pennsylvania showed that people sleeping under 6 hours per night performed as poorly as those completely deprived for 2 nights. To fix this, sleep 7 to 9 hours daily. Keep a consistent bedtime and wake time. Avoid screens 1 hour before bed. Blue light blocks melatonin. Get sunlight exposure in the first hour after waking. It resets your circadian rhythm and boosts daytime alertness. Light is medicine for your brain. Use it wisely. The movement connection. Do you ever feel mentally tired but physically fine? That's because the brain and body are one system. Harvard studies show that just 20 minutes of aerobic exercise, like brisk walking, skipping, or cycling, increases focus and memory by up to 30%. Exercise releases brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF. Think of it as fertilizer for neurons, so before long study sessions, move your body. Even 5 minutes of stretching, push-ups, or jumping jacks can supercharge your concentration. Remember, a still body creates a still mind. 6. The movement connection. Do you ever feel mentally tired but physically fine? That's because the brain and body are one system. Harvard studies show that just 20 minutes of aerobic exercise, like brisk walking, skipping, or cycling, increases focus and memory by up to 30%. Exercise releases brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF. Think of it as fertilizer for neurons. So before long study sessions, move your body. Even 5 minutes of stretching, push-ups, or jumping jacks can supercharge your concentration. Remember, a still body creates a still mind. The mindfulness and meditation, rewiring your attention. This isn't just woo-woo stuff. MIT and Harvard both found that daily meditation for even 10 minutes strengthens the prefrontal cortex and reduces activity in the default mode network, the part of your brain responsible for daydreaming. One of the simplest techniques is focused breathing. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and count each breath. Whenever your mind wanders, gently bring it back. Every time you do this, it's like a bicep curl for your attention. You're literally training your focus muscle. Within a month, you'll notice your ability to concentrate and resist distractions skyrockets. 8. The 5-minute rule. Beating procrastination. Sometimes the hardest part isn't focusing, it's starting. Here's a psychological trick used by productivity experts. The 5-minute rule. Tell yourself, I'll just do this for 5 minutes. Once you begin, your brain releases dopamine for progress, not for finishing. That small start creates momentum, and before you know it, 5 minutes turn into 50. It's the same principle athletes use. Action first, motivation later. 9. The attention diet. Controlling what you consume focus isn't just about what you do, it's also about what you feed your mind. If your brain is constantly bombarded with fast-paced, high-stimulation content, your attention span adapts to that. It expects constant novelty. So when you sit to read a textbook, your brain feels bored. The fix? Curate your inputs. Watch long-form content. Read books. Listen to podcasts. Limit short-form dopamine hits. As you do this, your mental stamina grows. Just like lifting weights. You wouldn't eat junk food all day and expect a six-pack. So don't feed your mind junk and expect deep focus. 10. Build a focus routine. Let's put everything together into a routine you can start today. Morning. 10 minutes sunlight exposure. Drink water. Light exercise. Eat a protein-rich breakfast. 1 to 2 hours of deep work. No phone, 90-minute cycle. Afternoon. Walk after lunch. Study in 90-minute blocks. Short naps or stretching breaks evening. Avoid caffeine after 4 p.m. 30 minutes of reading or journaling. Sleep before midnight. Repeat this consistently, and in 21 days, your focus levels will feel completely different. 11. The hidden power of purpose. You can use all the focus hacks in the world, but if you don't have a reason why you're doing something, your brain won't care. A study by Dr. Viktor Frankl, author of Man's Search for Meaning, found that people with a strong sense of purpose can endure higher levels of discomfort without losing focus. So ask yourself, why do I need to focus? Whether it's to build a better future, support your family, or master your craft, remind yourself of that purpose daily. Purpose fuels persistence, and persistence fuels focus. If you made it till here, You've already proved that you can focus. Now it's time to build that skill every day. Start small, 10 focused minutes. Then push it to 30, then 90, and soon you'll have a laser-sharp mind in a world full of noise. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, not for the algorithm, but as a reminder to yourself that you're committed to improving. Subscribe to Physique Forge 360, where we don't just train muscles, we train the mind behind them. Because a strong body is useless without a strong focus. Until next time, stay sharp, stay disciplined, and keep forging forward.